Hello everyone, my name is Preeti Mehrotra. I am Senior Product Manager with Myedubag. Today we are in one of the leading school of Bhopal, Navnidh Hassomal Lakhani Public School. We are going to meet passionate and influential principal Mrs.Amrita Motwani, who assisted in making milestones, not just in academics, but in other areas too. We are going to talk about her top strategies which she implemented at the school.
Hello everyone. So we are here with Mrs. Amrita Motwani, Principal of Navnidh Hassomal Lakhani Public School. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
So, ma'am, I would like to know your school journey in this school education.
Preeti, it's my privilege and honor to tell you about my journey with the school. I started my career in the school only. I started as a PRT teacher and then gradually became TGT, then the headmistress, then the vice principal, and now I'm the principal of the school.
Wow.
So I have been associated with the school right from its inception, and the school started in 2002.
Okay, that's great. That's great, ma'am.
Actually, my mother was an educationist and she was the principal of a government girls' school, where she worked a lot in the direction of upgrading the education of the girls. So whenever I used to interact with her, I would always listen to these talks and the hardships she faced in bringing the girls to this level, because when this Baragar township, initially the people here, they migrated from Pakistan, and at that time there was hardly any awareness about the women education. And then it was only when His Holiness Sant Hirdaram Sahib Ji, he realized that if you have to bring a change in the society, you need to educate the girls, because as they say, if you educate a girl, you educate the entire society. So with this vision, he already knew that my mother is working here as the principal of the government girls school, and since she was also Sindhi and she was engaged in social work. So one fine day he called her to Kutia with of course one or two more teachers, and it was there that he said that it is my vision also, I want to invest in education. And he was a firm believer कि मंदिर और बनाने से और ये सब करने से कुछ नहीं होगा.
Right.
If you have to bring a change in the society, do something for the benefit of the people of the society.
Right.
And this is how, like, these schools, the Shahid Mukalani Educational Society started its journey initially with Vidyasagar Public School, which is a renowned play school, and then Mithi Govindram Public School, and then this school was opened for the girls. It is purely a girls' school, and we have a strength of 1,512 girls, and we have classes from 1st to 12th.
Okay, great, ma'am. Great to know this. Ma'am, I would like to know, what are your views about when we talk about the transition in education? We always talk about the digital learning.
Yeah.
So how you see digital learning in constraint with a time limit or a screen time?
See, there is no denying the fact that education and technology, they will work hand in hand.
Right.
And the best example, as everyone says, we have seen during the COVID, because the only medium to educate the children, to convey the syllabus or to conduct the classes, was through online classes.
Right.
But at the same time, I firmly believe that technology will never be able to replace teachers. Had it been so, the children would not have been so desperate to come back to school.
Right.
And parents, they had got an easy medium to switch over to online classes, and the admissions would have been zero rather. But then education is not just passing on the information. It works on all the domains of the child. So that is why the importance of teachers, it can never be underestimated. Of course, with the technological development, the teachers will be more empowered.
Right.
They'll be able to use all this technology to conduct their classes in a better way. In that way, technology will be useful to the teachers.
Right. And what is your say about the time limit? Means how much the screen time should a child put into that digital learning?
Again, it depends on what kind of sites the child is visiting. I have few girls here who go through all the beautiful videos created across the globe, and they are enriching their knowledge like anything. And that is quite visible when you speak to them. They are able to speak on every topic under the earth. That means they are using it judiciously,
Right.
and in the way that it is adding to their personality, it is giving them a cutting edge over others. But then most of the girls, most of the students at this time, they're not able to decide what content they have to see. So I think, as a principal, I think that after school hours, if they give 1.5 hour to the screen, it is okay. There's no harm in that, because they have to live in this
Right.
world only. But then they must set their priorities.
Right.
And the parents can help, because at home teachers are not there. Parents are there with the children. Of course, with the scenario at present, even the mothers are working, so again the child is all alone at home. But still, a dialogue can be established with the child, and judicious decision can be taken.
Okay. Very nice, ma'am. It's like rightly said, like there should be some limit for everything, right? Yeah. And priorities to be set.
Yes.
Yeah. Ma'am, what are your views about, are the books only the essential material for imparting knowledge or taking knowledge?
Not at all. I disagree with this, because books are, of course, an important tool in the hands of the teachers, and through books the teachers also get direction, because the books are very well written by the authors, and they are based on the syllabus mapped by NCERT. But then education is not only passing on the information, as we discussed earlier, it is connecting the child with the world in which he or she is living. So when a teacher goes inside the class, she is talking about the chapter which is there in the book, but at the same time she is telling so many other things happening around. And that is why no book or no technology will ever be able to replace the teachers.
Right.
It is through the discussions, it is through the exchange of dialogue that the real education takes place. Manthan to tabhi hota hai.
Right. Now, ma'am, I would like to know about the school pattern regarding the homeworks. Means what kind of homework should be given to the students?
In grades 1 and 2, we have no homework policy, and this goes on till 5th class, because we believe in giving very less homework. I mean, why do we give homework to the child? We give homework because we believe that a child should be able to spend some constructive time with the work which has been carried out in class. So usually the children are given creative type of homework, which is based on their syllabus, but it's a kind of a fun activity. So that children are not dependent on their parents or on tuition classes for completion of homework.
Right.
So it is a kind of a fun homework which is given to them, which they are eager to do, so that they are involved in learning, and unknowingly they are involved.
Great.
And that is, I think, the motto, because that is what we are looking forward to achieving.
Okay, great, ma'am. Great to know all this. Your practices which the school follows.
But yes, 6th onwards we do give them homework.
Okay.
6th onwards we do give them.
And what is the means, like what pattern or what methodology of the homework?
We give 2 subjects per day.
Okay.
Like one day it is English and maths, the other day it is Hindi and social science, the third day it is Sanskrit or Sindhi, because third language we have, and then the other heavy subject, science, like this.
Great, ma'am. So, ma'am, what do you think? Is hybrid learning the best way of teaching in present time?
Yes, I mean, hybrid learning is only going to work. And unless and until a child is given exposure to all sorts of domains, and unless and until we tell them what is happening around and we give them exposure through our classes, they will not be able to compete with the other students of the country.
Right.
And our aim is not to make them live in a cocoon. They have to face the world.
Right.
And children, children of Bhopal, they are studying in Delhi, Mumbai, going abroad. How will they face the world unless and until they are given exposure?
Right. Right.
So that is why.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, last question from you means like, what are the best practices which you follow in your school, which makes your institute separate from the others?
See, my school is known for imparting sanskaras along with good education. And I can proudly say that this is perhaps the only school in Bhopal, I'm very sure, and I think in MP also, of this level, of this nice educational level, because we firmly believe that no education is complete unless and until we are able to develop the students' character.
Right.
Character building is the most important thing we focus on. I'll give you a small example. We celebrate the birthdays of our students by calling them on the stage in the assembly. Now, what is the reason behind that? So that the child feels important on her birthday. Secondly, we give the mic to the child and tell her to introduce herself, and that in the process of introducing herself, the child is gaining confidence to speak in front of 1,500 girls.
Right.
Right? And then we give child a calendar which is based on good thoughts,
Okay.
singing the glory of mother. So the child is learning to be grateful towards the parents. And then we give them 2 balloons, big size balloons, so that they have the joy by blowing those balloons, colorful balloons on their birthdays, and one newspaper in which their name is published. Now, yes, that is a regular feature. And then we teach them that on our special days, we must do something for those people who are not so privileged.
Right.
So we are inculcating that value of sharing and caring. And in the same way, the chairman of the society, Shraddhe Siddhu Bhauji, he takes sessions for the girls on various topics. Like recently, he took a session how to face board exams, because the children sometimes, they get nervous, especially if they have not faced any such examination. 10th class they
Right,
face
right.
for the first time. So the aim is that they should be confident. And then on various occasions like Diwali, Raksha Bandhan also, we teach them that they should not consume the sweets of the market, that they should tie Rakhi not with the aim in their mind that they have to get a gift or
Right, right.
money from their brother, but with the feeling of love, pure love towards their brother. And similarly for Diwali also, we teach them not to burst crackers because it is against the environment and it pollutes the environment. And accordingly, we believe that by doing, because the teachers, they express the same feelings and they teach the students by their own example. And recently, like, we also started developing this culture in our students, that they must donate for Bharat Ke Veer, the soldiers who are there, who are working tirelessly for us, 24 घंटे 12 महीने. So they must have the feeling of donating for them, donating money for them. So this is also, this is a small example I'm telling you in a nutshell. Once you go to the classes, I invite you to come with us and visit all the classes, and you will find that these cultural values and these moral values, that is the basis of our education.
Wow, ma'am. Great to know your best practices which your school is following. I'm sure that these best practices, when everybody will view on the YouTube about your school, they are surely going to have these best practices in their school, or they will actually try to inculcate in their schools.
And one more thing I would like to tell you, Preeti, that when the child is going through all these things, the girls are very young. Perhaps they don't realize the importance of all these activities when they are in school.
Right.
But I have students calling me. They're placed everywhere in the entire country and some abroad also. And now they tell me, ki, now ma'am, we understand the importance of all these things.
Right.
Because, you know, it has already come in their lives and they're carrying it forward.
Right. Thank you, ma'am, for giving your precious time. And
Thanks to you.
telling your best practices, which I'm sure that definitely whoever will watch this video is going to benefit from it. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.